Look at these beauties. These are flowers on my hardy kiwi plant. And we all know what flowers turn into. Fruit. Oh, welcome to SquiniCentral. So I'm excited to see the buds and the flowers on my hardy kiwi over there. One step closer to getting kiwi fruit for the first time, and I can't have to say I am excited. I'm out here right now, trying to get this before it rains again today, putting down the straw on top of my potato bed where I planted all my potatoes this year. I was waiting because I wanted to make sure that one, they were growing, and I do have several potato sprouts all throughout the bed. So it's a bigger one over there, so I'm super excited. The straw, my chickens are fighting. The straw will help keep weeds down and moisture in. So I'm not doing a super thick layer, but I'm just trying to do enough that it doesn't become too weedy before they get too big. Because once they get big enough, the weeds won't be able to grow. Oops, sorry, hands in the way there. So that is my plan right now. On this side, right here on this cattle panel, I think I said before, I had planted cucumbers and they're coming up. So I'm just putting a little bit of straw around them too. There's a tomato plant in here. I'll let it go. I don't know what kind of tomato it is, so why not? But so this will just help them as well be less weedy, and hopefully I won't have to do a lot of weeding. If you're getting the theme here, right? No weeding if unnecessary. So that's all I'm doing here. I also finished cutting the last of the bamboo I have. These 5 are going to go in here. I need to get some more dirt and compost in here first. And then I'm going to plant the last of my tomatoes out. It's raining a whole lot, so I think I have to check. I think it's supposed to not rain tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going to fertilize them either tomorrow or Sunday with some fish fertilizer and some PT booster for my microbial enhancement of the soil so that they can bring up more nutrients. I'm also going to try to plant out today, real quick, the squash that are in here. There's watermelon on this. I'm not showing you, sorry. I'm going to also try to plant out the squash that are in here on the right. You see they're already flowering. I'm going to get those in the ground. And these are watermelon, but they're not going here. They're going in the watermelon side over on the other side of the yard. But I'm going to plant those squash right along here. And, you know, see what happens. Because with squash, that's really all it is see what happens. I'm going to try to get, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so, hello, again. It is been 2 days since the beginning of this video. I just did not get back out. Well, no, not that I didn't get back out. I didn't get back to the camera. So, I did complete what I said I was going to complete. So, the potato bed is completely covered with the straw. The 5 last bamboo poles are in, and I actually just planted the tomatoes in here. I must say, if I didn't say before, I had never had to not buy tomatoes. Using the seed snail to start these tomatoes was fabulous, and they all grew so wonderful, and I had so many tomato seedlings take off that I have all kinds of extra to sell, and those are loofah right there. I did the same thing with the loofah. I started those in the seed snails as well. Alright, I got those squash in the ground also yesterday. This was yesterday. You know, they're still in their little transplant shock. I added some rosemary, basil in between them. There's some over here as well. Rosemary, basil, some dill. Hopefully that'll keep, hopefully that'll help keep the seed snails away. Not the seed snails, goodness gracious. The squash vine borers away because of the smell. we can always hope. Although the squash vine borers, you do have to just be diligent. Go out there, check your seeds, check your plants, pull them off, kill the eggs, squish the eggs, do surgery on your vines to get any hatched egg larvae that are in your vine out. So a little bit of prevent will be nice if this can help some. I am also over here now. I am adding I'm adding mulch on top of the bed. This is to help keep the water in, just like with the potatoes. Help keep water in, help keep weeds down. Anything that I don't have to come out here and weed every day. So I'm adding mulch. I actually soaked the ground again. The rain was 2 days ago. I soaked the ground, and it was supposed to rain Saturday, but it didn't, or Friday night, but it didn't. So it's been like 2.5 days since rain. The ground's still wet, but I'm just giving it a good soaking, and then I'm covering with mulch, and then I'm gonna soak that half, and then I'll cover it with mulch, and then I'll probably come back out and do that later. I'll give them a soaking, but I'll cover it later because it's a little hot right now. So that is what I'm doing here today. What else I did? Let's go see. I was talking about becoming smarter, and I did it. So this area right here, my winter squash now bed, I've been doing this for 3 years here, and I've never actually thought to put a bed in until I sat here and thought to put a bed in. We would keep cleaning up off the ground, all the stuff as it flew out. No, now I have a bed. We made the bed yesterday. My husband helped me because I had these boards that were supposed to be for the greenhouse beds, but I'm done those, and these are just extras. So I'm not going to fill it yet. Like, I'm going to let it stay as it is. As it starts to, if it starts to wash away, like we get a really, really heavy rain, I'll add some dirt to it. But right now I'm going to let it be because I planted all in here, and they should be fine. In that little section right there. And then I'm still ripping out the mint. I ripped out the vines and everything that I can. They're okay for now. They won't really grow up unless I just ignore them the rest of the summer, and I won't. But that's what I have here for that. So everything's gonna need a watering this afternoon. It's too hot right now to water everything. So I'm just gonna finish what I'm doing so I can go inside. And this bed just still gets more interesting. Don't know what anything is now. I'm hoping that's the artichoke I planted. I'm hoping that's an artichoke I planted. I'm hoping one of these is an artichoke I planted. Otherwise, I'll have to try again next year. But I don't know what that little bundle is. It could be I don't know what it could be. It could be a weed that I'm just allowing. But it looks more like a basil or something. I don't know. I can't smell anything when I pinch them. Some of these are definitely weeds. Some of them might be tomatoes, even though I didn't have any tomato seeds in my compost late. While ago, yes. Lately, no. But if the chickens didn't get them, they didn't get them, and they got in here, and now they're growing because they got water. Because that's a tomato plant right there. So this is going to be the bed of fun. So watch it this summer and see how it grows. See what it does. All right. All right, so I finished the half that I had already soaked. I just soaked the second half. I'm going to cover all that, and then I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so I went inside and took a break, like I said. Came back out, and I'm done. Here we go. It's all done. It's all mulched. Well, I say it like everything is done. It's really just one freaking bed, but it's a big bed. But it's all done. It's mulched. And on this half of the bed, I actually did something different. I am not the best at fertilizing. Like, I forget. Say I'm going to do it, never do it, don't care to do it. But there's this stuff called trifecta I get from MI Gardener, or I have gotten one time from MI Gardener. I think I used it last year in something, but don't remember where I put it, so it didn't matter. But this stuff is supposed to release nutrients over the whole growing season. So I put it in all of this bed. I put it in the holes where I planted peppers. These are like the extra peppers, and I have no idea what kind they are, so I planted them over here. There's a bunch of little ones. They're really tiny. There's some over there as well. And then I planted all the eggplants. So this little section right here, this little rectangle, these are all different types of eggplants. There's Black Beauty, Rosita, and Kurmani long, I don't know. But when I planted, I put some of the trifecta in the hole, and then I actually sprinkled it all along the ground and used my little fork to scrape it in a little bit into the dirt. Then I watered everything really well, and then I put the mulch cedar on top. So we're gonna see if there's a difference in this bed compared to the bed over here's growth. Now, mind you, if you look at this bed, these tomato plants are all actually smaller over here. I'm just realizing than the tomato plants are over here. That's just how it happened. That's just what it is. But putting this in the video so I can remember, we're gonna see if those plants on that far end actually grow better, faster, stronger, you know, more fruit, whatever, than the ones that are right here behind me. I might put some on these guys too. I'm gonna mulch these guys maybe tomorrow. Depends on the weather and me. But I'm gonna mulch this half of the bed. Excuse me, tomorrow. I need to plant some stuff over here. I don't actually remember what I'm gonna plant over here. I actually might plant the extra eggplant I have over here, but I think I'm gonna plant some. I don't know if this ground is good for it, but I was thinking carrots. I don't know. We'll see. So that's what I'm done. I'm gonna go inside. Actually, I'm gonna go lock the chickens in. Then I'm gonna go inside and I'm going to make dinner. My husband cut the lawn. Thank you. So I can walk through it nicely now. But I'm going to go lock my feathered friends inside for the night. And then I'm going to go inside and make dinner for the family. Hopefully my son didn't try to eat something already. It actually is almost 8 o'clock. So when we eat late, it's just kind of what we do. But have a blessed day, and we'll see you later. Bye.